Well, good evening and welcome to another Tuesday night here at Go Race Promotions on Twitch. My name is Matt Nippris. So far it is just me in the commentary booth tonight. Hopefully we see Tyler Craig and Naptic make an appearance tonight. But anyway, we are bringing you round number 4, of the Shakedown SimRacing Assetto Corsa Competizione GT3 series, and we are at a legendary circuit, the Donnington Park racetrack. We have seen every sort of race car you could think of race around this circuit. So I'm just going to quickly bring up our chat so I can actually see what you guys are saying, if you're actually saying anything. We've seen Formula 1, we see World Superbikes, we see British Superbikes, we've seen MotoGP. We see British GT, we see just about everything around this circuit, and it really is a legendary circuit. So fast, so technical, lots of rises, lots of falls. It's the sort of track that will really catch out a few newcomers, maybe even some experienced drivers. It's characterised, as I said, by a lot of these long, fast sweeping corners, and try and find someone who's about to start a lap. Here we go. We are going to see who we are actually following up. Paul Huddy, that'll do. Let's bring up some times. So far it is John Sonicus on top ahead of Paul Russell. We're going to quickly jump on board with Paul Huddy. And then Matthew Spinaz rounding out the top 3, and Cam Norris and Aaron Muriel rounding out the top 5 for practice 1, as Paul Huddy will round the final corner. In fact, we won't actually do an on-board lap because the checkered flag is out for free practice 1. So instead what we're going to do is we're going to do a quick little fly around. So here we have turn 1. Fairly difficult corner to get right. As you can see, it actually sort of comes back on itself before we head down towards the Craner Curves and the old hairpin. Very, very fast section, very exhilarating section. As you can see, the track just falls away. Damn it, that's not what I wanted. Bring me back my circuit. There we are. And then this old hairpin, such an exhilarating sequence of turns all the way down that hill into the old hairpin, and then we fire it back up the hill for another couple of little twists and turns. Into this corner. I don't know all the track corner names. Look, I'm hopeless with track corner names. This corner is quite difficult. Bit of a passing opportunity if you're brave and you've got a willing dance partner. It is a bit of a dive bomb move though. Then you head up the hill into I don't know what this hill corner is called. Let me know in chat if you know what these turn names are, because I am hopeless at it. This corner here, quite blind on entry. So if we position ourselves just about where the driver's eye line is, as you can see, it's only marked by this little guy here, and he is not going to survive very long. Sort of hoping for a car to come through and just take that out for comedic effect, but that hasn't happened. Take it out, damn it. No, okay, no one's really going for it, so looks like everyone's wanting to keep that little marker there. Down this little short chute into this brilliant little chicane. I love it. I love this corner. I pretty well love every corner on this circuit. It's just so much fun. As we see, McLaren goes straight through. Finds the gravel trap. Oh God, we find the underneath the circuit. Well, the corner markers haven't really lasted very long here at the chicane. Got to get this nice and precise before getting hard on the power up towards the Melbourne hairpin. It's a tight, almost first gear corner in just about every single car. Sort of an odd profile when you look at it. Like, let's just try and get an above shot of it. As you can see, it sort of starts off as a 90 degree, but then it tapers off, which is very interesting. Perfectly square corner as well. Look at that. That's beautiful. And then into this final hairpin where the profile of the track sort of drops away. Well, not really sort of. It does drop away, making easy to grab front brakes. We see a lot of the Superbikes and MotoGP bikes come unstuck here because of this change in elevation. And then back down the front straight for another lap. We're going to jump on board with Paul Huddy, perfectly timed. Hopefully he stays on the next lap. He's going to give us a good ride around the circuit, as I'm going to quickly give you a full view of this circuit so you can enjoy this. Through turn 1, using all the exit space, and down through the corner curves. Here, all the way flat, all the way to the old hairpin. And then hard on the brakes here, back a few gears, take all the curb, and then make your way back up the hill again. See, a lot of this sort of very much a momentum circuit. You've got to keep the pace up, got to keep the mid-corner speed up. Otherwise you will start finding yourself going backwards. You see Rob Noble at 128.2 immediately gets eclipsed by John Sonicus before I can even get the words out. While Huddy makes his way down towards this very fast chicane. Hard on the brakes, tip it in, and Huddy has got that a little bit wrong, didn't turn in early enough. You almost sort of have to sacrifice a little bit of entry speed to get that nice drive out of the chicane up towards the Melbourne hairpin. We're going to see a few different lines here as well. See a few drivers hugging that curve really, really tight. Some will sort of take a bit of a wider line and then up towards the final hairpin. Watch this, watch how the corner falls away from the drivers. And we'll hear the car, the front of the car just pushing and scrubbing out wide before we get this run down the main straight, and that's not quite a great lap for Paul Huddy. Unfortunately, that usually happens when you run off the circuit and take a bit of a shortcut through the gravel trap. Just behind him we have Sam Bracken. For some reason his livery has not loaded. I don't know why that is.
This is a good time to hop in.
It is a very good time to hop in, Tyler. Welcome to the commentary box.
Good evening.
Good evening indeed. You're a little late tonight.
Yeah, I just helped my dad out, and now he's watching South Park happily. So.
Am I early?
Nah.
Column A, column B. What's wrong with that?
Yeah, why not?
Why not? Oh, Tyler, Donnington Park. He's just finished talking about that. Got much experience and much love for this circuit?
I can't express my love enough to this circuit. It's just such a good old classic circuit. How could you not love it?
That's it. If you don't like Donnington Park, just get out.
Yeah.
Just close the browser, throw your computer in the bin, and I don't know.
The FIA will personally ban you from any type of racing.
Yep. Like you think what was his name? Forgotten his name. Nelson Piquet. If you thought what he said was bad, say anything bad about Donnington Park, that's a life banning.
Half.
So, Sonicus on top at 27.3, and then Rob Noble up there in second. See, only practice, not the most important session, says me, I suppose. So we currently look at Matt Lowe in the No Cross Racing Honda. It looks suspiciously like a certain Mitsubishi Eclipse. So what sort of racing should we expect tonight? Are we going to see a few dog fights tonight? Is it going to be strategy? Is it just going to be a game of precision and patience? What do you think?
I reckon, yeah, precision and patience is going to be a heavy one, because you have to be pretty much on it all night, because this track is very difficult to get right in the best of conditions.
Well, that's true, isn't it? There's hardly any time for the drivers to take a rest. You're turning left and right constantly. You get a small break down the main straight, down that little back straight before the chicane, but yeah, there's not really a lot of time for you to just gather your thoughts and hope for the best into the next corner.
Yeah, it is one of those circuits where it's just turn after turn and you just never get a break. But that's what makes this circuit one of the best.
That's true. That's true. So Matt Glow goes through that fast. I love the sort of contrast that this track has. You got one half of the circuit, And it's split perfectly down the middle, really. One half of the circuit is in these nice flowing corners, and you've got to keep the momentum up, got to have a nice planted car. And then we get into the other half of the circuit, which is just tight corners where you've got to get a car that rotates quickly, pulls up quickly, and gets the drive down really, really nicely. So, yeah, it is just one of those tracks that just, I don't know, it's just magic. The whole track is magic.
Yeah, the contrast between those fast and slow sections work really well. Yeah, it's interesting how they've made it blend that well.
Indeedly doodly. Also, shout out to Brim Hunter for the follow off stream. Thank you very much. We're up to 452 followers. Getting close to that shoey.
Oh, you're still down for that, are you?
Yeah, I haven't forgotten.
Fair enough.
I think it'd be interesting doing a shoey. I mean, I'm going to regret it. I know I'm going to regret it, but, you know. I've got to whore myself out for those follows, views, and subscriptions, you know.
Are you going to hate the 500th follower, or...?
Depends on how much love I get for doing the shoey. If there's a lot of love and I go viral, well, okay, maybe. It's a complete waste of time. I may despise him secretly. Or her secretly. Whatever. Anyway, let's try and find someone else. Jonathan Eaton. I think we've seen him a few times. Let's try and find some... oh, here we go. Jared Madford. He's got a bit of a theme going with his team name. And I think he needs to just personally get on some of the No Nut November challenges, maybe. I mean, we don't know what that is. We don't know what that is. Christian stream and all. Luke Rose, I think we've seen Luke before, right? Haven't we? Luke Rose?
I'm pretty sure.
Possibly, yeah. Try and find some decent team names. Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Where is Dustin Driver? We need him.
Not on tonight, is he? No.
No, it doesn't look like he's on. Where are you, Dustin? We miss you.
He's maybe looking for that Mercedes.
Could be. Mate, just let it go. Let it go. It's up on those cinder blocks in Penrith with no wheels and nothing left on it, okay? It's just going to get burnt out tomorrow night, okay? Just let it go.
I mean, if we get to it... Wait, you know the location, so you may as well get to it first.
I don't know. Just anything that goes missing, it usually turns up in Penrith on cinder blocks.
No.
That's true. Even people from Penrith will tell you that. No one's saying I'm wrong, so gotta be right.
I mean, I can't disagree with you there because I don't know the exact location of this Penrith.
Penrith, it's in Sydney. It's usually pronounced Penrith. Because
if you just said Sydney, I would fully understand.
Yep, yeah, but Penrith. Maybe if I said Penrith, you would probably understand that a little bit better because yeah, everyone's missing their front teeth. Ah,
right, okay. It's one of those towns, is it?
Yeah, it is. It's a bit like Queanbeyan here in Canberra.
Ah.
Yeah. It's just you can count all the front teeth on one hand. It's okay, I can say that about Queanbeyan people because they don't have internet. They can't be tuning in.
I mean, they could be.
No, they can't. They're from Queanbeyan. I mean, Sam Bracken, where is he? He's in pit lane as soon as I find him. There he is. This guy might be from Queanbeyan. Fortunately, for some reason, I did download the livery. I thought I installed it correctly. Hasn't quite worked out very well. But yeah, he might be from
nice
Queanbeyan.
Black, at least.
Yeah, it's a Porsche. I mean, an old black Porsche still looks nice. I love the green lights on it. That just makes it look a little bit different. Oh, he's going to jump out of pit lane now, I'd say. Yeah, here we go. Oh, he forgot to put the speed limiter on. All right, we're going to go in our own custom chase cam. I've got to do what's one of those Need for Speed camera shake? Here we go. Here we go. It's working.
Not going fast enough.
There we go. All right, camera shake. Here we go.
That's a bit intense, I reckon.
Done. Bored now. Hello, Aussie. How you going?
Made it a whole one corner.
I don't have the discipline to do that for an entire lap.
I think it's a lack of to do it.
Pretty well. Don't have the patience either. But yeah, great to see Sam Bracken back. We saw him in GT4 last season. So obviously not having a choice, he had to go into GT3 this season. He's gone and chosen the Porsche again, which I don't think is really a surprise. He likes the Porsches. So, we're waiting for this practice session to tick down. We've got a 5 minutes 30. Did anyone catch the British Grand Prix?
Oh, Jesus Christ! That was something.
It was certainly something. It was a really decent race. Thought the worst when I saw Zhou Guan Yu.
Yep.
Zhu? Oh, no. I can't pronounce it.
Guan Yu. Oh, Zhou Guan Yu.
Zhou Guan Yu, yeah. Zhou. When he entered the gravel trap upside down, man. I'll be honest, I was not a huge fan of the Halos, but I'm glad they had them. I'm glad they have them now.
It saved how many people now? Like 5, 6?
Yeah, there was another incident in Formula 2. Did you see that one?
Yeah, Roy Nissany and someone else.
Hauger, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. Sounds about right.
No, it was, man, that Halo has saved a lot of lives. But, yeah, then the race just took off and, yeah, it was just crazy. Absolutely crazy.
And everything.
Ooh, Bracken having a Porsche moment there. He tips it through the chicane.
He kept it straight at least.
Kept it straight. He kept it out of the fences. Oh, there's another Porsche having a Porsche moment. That's Aaron Muriel. Let's see who is relatively quick. Jared Matterford down in top 10. Matthew Bigioli, let's keep an eye on this guy in the 108 Bentley. The 108 Boatley. He had a great run last week at Ulton Park. Let's see if he can continue the run. Certainly got a lot of people sitting up and taking notice. What do you get? 2 podiums or something like that? Something crazy.
I think it was a podium and a 4th or a 5th.
Quite possibly, yes.
Top 5 both times though.
Yep. So keep an eye on him. Where he's sitting in 17th, I don't think he's going to stay there for too much longer. Let's try and find someone who's going quite well. Well, actually, this guy's going quite well. Jeremy Zeri, in fact, he's just bailed back to pit lane. I think he was speeding in pit lane though. So he's going quite well tonight. 6th place. He had a bit of a character building night a week ago. Let's try and find someone else. Jonathan Eaton in the Ferrari. One only few Ferraris that are running in this series.
I'm surprised that there's not even like. I'm surprised the majority of them are Ferraris. Thought there'd be probably at least a quarter of the field.
Well, I would have said that about the Audis. Audis seem to be the weapon of choice in GT3, but in the sim world, not so much. nice. We said actually it's not a bad even spread across all the manufacturers. We got 3 BMWs. You got what's that? 3 Porsches. Got 3 McLaren in there. McLaren, sorry. 2 Lamborghinis in there. Well, sorry, 3 Lamborghinis. Have we got 3, 3, and 3 except for the Bentley?
Yeah, the Bentley's the odd one out, I reckon.
Yeah.
And a Honda.
And a Honda, yep. That is...
It's actually 4 Porsches.
4 Porsches? Oh, there is 2. My mistake. It's Paul Russell, if I can find him. No, that's the 2 Guntini brothers. Nose to tail, as always. I reckon these guys have just got it worked out, haven't they? Go out and practice nose to tail. 99% sure that they do this in real life too.
Yeah,
So.
they seem to like chasing each other.
Yes, the 2 Guntini brothers. I want to say they're from the the mid-east of New South Wales. Regulars at the Combined Districts Kart Club, regulars at Eastern Creek International Kart Circuit as well, racing at the Wollongong Kart Racing Club. These guys have been around for a while, and they certainly got their synchronised practice down pat. Anyway, got to try and find Paul Russell, or is he in pit lane? I think he's in pit lane, is he? He is. Never mind. Time's pretty tight now at the end of this practice session. We'll into the final 20 seconds of practice. Sonicus with a 1:26.755 and .047. Matthew Spinaz, if I can find him on track. There he is. ACC, why do you have to be so crap? There we go. So Matthew Spinaz, 2nd place at the moment. Can he put himself on top? He does, actually. At the conclusion of practice. Not bad lap. 26.68. And he'll return to pit lane, feeling high on confidence. Couple of Audis nose to tail there. Eaton, Chris Bradley. Well, that's it really. Guess we'll turn to garage and we'll have a look at some timetables for free practice 2. So Matthew Spinaz on top with the Lamborghini. 1:26.680 ahead of John Sonicus in the 55 BMW with the Celine Dion livery. Then we go back to Paul Russell in the first of the Porsches. James Honor and Cam Norris rounding out the top 5. Then we go back to Jeremy Zeri, Matthew Guntini, Carl Johnson, Rob Noble, Aaron Guntini, Jared Matterford, Nicholas Macbeth. Macbeth's still sort of struggling to get to grips with that Ferrari.
Go.
We have Matt Glow, definitely off the pace in practice. Then we have Muriel, Rose, Brzezinski, Bracken, Biggie Oli, Viney, Huddy, Eaton, Bradley, Papelio, McDonald, and Clark. McDonald and Clark not setting a lap time in that session, but well, we're into qualifying now. Let's get it on. John Sonicus, the man who almost topped practice. Certainly has been quite dominant this season. He was kept honest at round number 2, where when Paul Russell sort of stamped his intentions nice and clear on this field. Be a brave man to bet against any one of the Sonicus brothers. So we've got John, and we also have Jean-Pierre somewhere in chat, I'd say.
Why isn't he racing? I thought he might be racing.
That is a brilliant question. I don't have a clue. We'd have to ask Paige himself. But, John Jean-Pierre and Carl Johnson racing their own team. in some of the Octane events. Fortunately, their racing on Saturday night was cut short by some DDoS. How should I put it? DDoS attacking nonsense.
I mean, you could put it that way if you really wanted to.
Yeah, I wanted to come up with some sort of funny term, like I don't know, something, you know. I don't know where I was going with that, but yeah, certainly the Kovacs guys were absolutely disappointed by the goings on with Octane. Unfortunately, Octane falling victim to a DDoS attack during the 7 hours of Zolder. And I hope the people responsible for that DDoS attack get disowned by their family on their birthday. That's all I can say.
Fair enough.
Hello to Edward. Great to see you back again. Obviously, Edward, front and center, nearly every single stream. Love that guy. John will cross the line to set the first benchmark of the session, 26.9. Not his best time, but gotta let these tyres sort of come up to pressure, warm up. It takes usually about 2 laps for these tyres to warm up. I wonder if it'd be different here because of all the long, sustained, fast cornering.
Yeah, it could be different. It might still take, you know, a full fast lap to get it to the right temperature, but it should be well on pretty quickly.
Well, what myself and my brother have found in ACC is if you've got to let the tyre come up to that heat cycle naturally before you go full attack. Otherwise, they do tend to go off pretty quickly. So if there's something that Kunos have done very well, it's get the tyre characteristics right with the Pirellis. So, currently standing order is, well, provisional order. We have Sonicus, Russell, Zeri, Bracken, and Honor, your top 5. Then we go back to Rose, Viney, Glow, Eaton, and McDonald, rounding out the top 10. So far, we have at least 24 drivers in the session. We have 26 now. Good. Good to see such a big field turning up again. Find Paul Russell as he rounds the final corner in that wonderfully prepared looking Porsche, and he goes a little bit faster. Almost has his lap balked there by Spinaz. But, just gets on with the show, really.
He's been looking pretty smooth. I just watched his last lap and look, doesn't seem to be putting a foot wrong yet.
He's been, he's really been one of the standout performers of this series in the number 6 Porsche. A little bit wrong there, but thankfully he stops the Porsche from doing Porsche things.
Yeah, he set up that Porsche pretty well.
Well, you're a Porsche man yourself, but you also swap between front-engine cars with like V8 supercars and Porsche. And I know it's sort of like comparing chalk and cheese, but how different is it to set up a rear-engine car in comparison to a front-engine car?
Well, with the rear-engine car, you want a bit more understeer, I reckon, because obviously if it rotates, then you can somewhat sort of catch it. But you also don't want, you know, too much to the point where it's undrivable. You've got to let the rear roll a lot, otherwise it's just gonna obviously do a moment to you. But again, you don't want it too far to the point where it's just not gonna grip up for you. It's just a whole bowl of things that you gotta put into context before you properly set up your car. It's a strange mix.
Yeah, well, even just running a mid-engine car, I really struggle with mid-engine cars for some reason.
Yeah, I've found that I'm not really doing, or I don't do too well with mid-engines.
So basically, it's got to be either all the way to the back or all the way to the front for either of us to actually enjoy it.
Well, for you, just to the front. You hate Porsches, don't you?
Yeah. They make a fantastic noise. I think the looks are starting to get a little bit stale for me, but yeah, the handling, I just can't.
That's fair enough. Yeah, I do agree with the looks. I think the last best looking Porsche is the one that's in this game currently, and then now it's getting a bit too flamboyant, I think.
Yeah, well, what's that new one that they've got out at the moment? It's I've seen a couple.
991. Yeah.
No. It's something else. I think it's their electric car actually.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we'll ignore the fact that it's electric, and we'll just talk about the looks of the car itself. They've definitely got a bit brave with it. Now, it stands out, but it'd be a lot better with a screaming flat six. What do you reckon?
Definitely. That's all you want in a Porsche.
Yeah, screaming flat six. Normally aspirated or turbo?
Naturally aspirated.
Yes.
The turbo just makes it sound worse.
My man.
If you're putting a turbo on anything, just go JDM. That's it. That's all you want to put a turbo on.
Well, no, we got a twin turbo V8 here in the Aston.
Yeah, but like, yeah, I'll shut up. If you were to put a turbo on any like domestic car, that doesn't automatically come with a turbo. It should only be JDM or an AU Falcon.
AU Falcon straight six. Yes, I was about to say.
Nah, straight 8.
Straight what?
Why not?
They never had a straight 8.
I know. They could just chuck two more cylinders on it.
Are you okay? Are you okay over there?
Not mentally, no.
I know you're from South Australia, but geez, mate.
I get lonely.
Mate. Now we need to get you out of the commentary box.
Okay, just straight 6 then.
Yeah, straight 6, thank you. Hello, Sir Rugus. What are you doing in chat? You should be on track. Oh, wait, he is on track. Never mind. So let's try and find our boy. There he is. Perfectly timed. He's just joined the circuit. Whatever you do, don't bin it.
He's gonna bin it.
Yeah, no, he's fine. He's fine. He's
You've
safe.
cursed him already.
He's safe as the back of England. Chris Bradley's got this. Sitting in 21st at the moment. I want to say he's actually leading the AMs because Sam Bracken is definitely not an AM driver. Just double check. Yep, that is it. Doing quite well. A 1:28.8 his best lap. See if he can get a little bit better.
Paul Russell's actually just set the fastest time.
Oh, has he? He certainly has a 1:20. Yeah, just. How's the gap? How close do you like your racing, everyone?
Good evening, men.
And we have our third commentator who's joined in late. That is Naptic. Hello, Naptic. How are you going?
I'm early. What are you talking about? It's still like 4 minutes of quality to go.
Yeah. Well, actually, yeah, it is a bit early for you normally, but I'll take it.
Bloody good show. What have we got tonight? Looking good.
Yeah, we got Donnington, GT3. Can't go wrong. So I had Tyler's thoughts on the Donnington circuit. Naptic, what are your thoughts on the Donnington circuit?
I don't even know it.
What?
I've never raced on it. I have no idea.
I think we got the first person to ban.
Yep, that's an FIA banning right there. Like, forget Nelson Piquet, what he said. We're going straight for you. You don't know Donnington. Get out. That is straight in the bin.
No one's hosted a race here. It's not my fault. This is the first. I think the first race that I've actually seen. maybe.
You mean you have not played this track on any other racing game?
Nope.
Oh my god. So that's
Have you
actually.
seen footage of the track?
No, I don't even know. Don't even
Oh
know.
my
So I'm even look at the track map. Going,
Oh
oh
my
yeah,
god.
got a pretty sweet corner there.
You know,
got
I've
a corner at the top, one
Oh
at the
my
bottom,
god.
couple in the middle.
I've been disappointed before, but this is a new low that I have reached.
I might have just had a few too many whiskies that night, so
Quite possibly.
I see a lot of new tracks.
Well, yes, Set of Corsa Competizione new DLC pack came out. 3 American tracks: Indianapolis, Watkins Glen, and COTA, and I have not turned a single lap of any of them. So don't ask me
I've
what
done
they're
all
like.
those tracks a million times.
Wait, which tracks?
Yeah.
So COTA.
Circuit of the Americas, yeah.
Circuit of the Americas.
What other tracks they had?
Texas.
Road America, I'm guessing. Texas.
Must be a
Indian.
big track, but does all the Americas.
Yeah. The other tracks are Watkins Glen and Indianapolis. I've only heard good things about Watkins Glen.
That is a great circuit. I can give high praise to that.
It sounds like it should be in Australia, though, doesn't it?
Watkins Glen.
Yeah.
We can try and get it into Australia. I'll take it.
Sounds like
We'll just excavate the whole circuit, take it halfway around the world to us, and we'll just plonk it somewhere.
Yeah. Sounds like it should be in an Australian name place.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. Watkins Glen. Lofton Wombat. Here's a good question. Do you need to have a steering wheel and pedal setup for this? I would say yes.
That you do.
Yeah. You can try a gamepad, but this is a simulation.
You want to feel the vibe. You want the vibe. You want the intense feelings and wheels we have. I mean, we've seen pro drivers at the top level on gamepads and whatnot, and it's like, meh. It can't be that immersive or that exciting when you're just wiggling thumbs. You want to be arms, and you want to be all, when you're under stress, you want to be all arm spaghetti and you're all over the show and stuff.
Yeah, 100%.
But if it gets you in the race and you can put down good times and whatnot, then don't let it stop you. But just have it as a goal, because it's a lot more enjoyable.
Well, I mean, you could also start. You don't need to have like the top of the line direct drive either. I've known quite a few quick drivers in sim racing. They've just got a Logitech G27.
Yeah, I've got the G29.
Yeah.
Works for me.
Don't get put off just because you haven't got the latest, greatest, flashiest steering wheels like some of us serious people.
You can't even remember what you've got a 28 and a 27.
Oof.
I don't think 28's the thing.
No, I don't think it is either.
It's a camera, isn't it? Oh, that's a G14.
G28. G28, isn't that a summit where politicians go to jerk themselves off or something?
I think that's.
I'll look it up.
Sounds about right.
I'll risk it.
The Dutch rudder of gatherings.
Oh, G28 is an assault rifle. There you
Is
go.
it? Huh.
Yes. The H&K G28.
Yeah, it's a good gun, that.
This is a gun stream now, folks. Forget racing.
It got replaced by the 416 in the latest edition of assault rifles. Yeah.
I thought it was a G36.
Yeah, well, that was part of the SL8 family. The G36C, the combat, the close quarters one. It's good. It's a good number.
Oh yeah, if you do want this G28, it costs $7.5 grand. So pretty cheap. Not really.
So how many T27s is that? G27.
You'd probably find them used for like $150 each.
Yeah, well, that's a good idea as well, looking at your club and see who's selling off some second-hand stuff. If you can't afford new, they might even do you a wee we finance planning?
Financing a steering wheel for SimRacing. Nice. Oh, we should probably talk about the grid. John Sonicus on the front row. Next to him will be Cam Norris. And I did see almost half a second gap between Norris and Sonicus. But then tightened up pretty well from second all the way down to like 10th. Row 2 is an all Guntini affair. Aaron Guntini getting the edge over Matt. Then we have Matt Spinaz and Nicholas Macbeth. Great performance from Nicholas Macbeth. I was just sort of rubbishing him a little bit earlier. He seems to have got that Ferrari working all of a sudden. Carl Johnson and Sam Bracken off of row 4. Rob Noble and James Honor off of row 5. Row 6, sorry, not row 12, row 6. Yeah, I can hear the disappointment in Naptic's voice there. Just, row 12. Can't count. Anyway, row 6. Yeah. It's one of those tracks where if you qualify out of the top 10, you're just going nowhere. You've got a massive disadvantage. Anyway, row 6, we have James Manafort and Matthew Bigioli. Aaron Muriel and Jeremy Zeri will be off of row 7. Row 8, we have Brzezinski and McDonald. Then we go back to Rose and Glow. Keep an eye on the 480 Honda. He is definitely out of position. He is a front-running driver. Pete Voney and Chris Bradley round out the top 20. Then we go back to Huddy, Clark, Eaton, Papelio, Marshall, Jordison, and Russell. Paul Russell. Okay, interesting. So, Paul Russell he's at the back of the field. What on earth has happened there?
What? How?
Yeah, Paul Russell is starting rear field.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe it's all part of L plan.
L plan? Is that the same L plan that didn't quite help Leclerc stay in front of Sainz?
Exactly, that's L plan.
But I have to say, I'm quite happy with that plan because Carlos Sainz got his first Formula 1 win. No, I don't mind. I rate Carlos Sainz. He's good.
Is that in pit lane?
That's triple 3 of Scott Jordison. Not mistaken.
Joined in late? Must have, yeah.
Must have. It's a bit of a what's the word I'm looking for? Basically, when you're on the grid waiting to head off on the formation lap, drive is greyed out. So you can go through and make up all your setup changes. At 30 seconds to go, then the drive icon becomes available. If you don't click drive, you go to pit lane. Good point from Edward there. Russell, he went from crashing into an Alpha to going esports in GT3. Wow. Yeah, not a bad effort from Russell.
Right.
Also, shout out to George Russell. What a gentleman he is. Jumped out of his car. Oh, that's a Ferrari going off the circuit. Long way round in a Ferrari. That was Nicholas Macbeth. But yeah, shout out to George Russell. Great camaraderie there. He jumped out of his car, basically disqualified himself from his own race. He could have theoretically rejoined, but jumped out of the car to make sure that Joe Guan Yu was A-OK. He has a history of doing that too, apparently.
Yeah, according to Callum Ilott.
Yep. Doesn't happen enough in karting. Someone ends up on their head and no one goes over to help them out. Doesn't happen. Just doesn't happen. Everyone's too serious.
Very ass.
Why so serious? Anyway, let's get serious about some racing as we get set for a start. Oh, we're going to have a clean turn one. Here we go. We are away in racing. John Sonicus getting a great start, but look at, I think that is Aaron Guintini on the inside of Cam Norris. He actually gets a bit of a... He might even go for the lead. Doesn't quite work. Have we had a clean start? Oh, there's 3 wide there. A bit of bumping and grinding. But amazingly, everyone has got... I spoke a little bit too soon because that is a Fast and Furious.
Oh, we got a pass for the lead. Oh, they've just touched Sonicus and Guintini. Still side by side. Guintini's 3 into the lead now.
Ooh. Missed that, unfortunately, watching Matt Glow recover. But yeah, Aaron Guintini, nice and aggressive at the start of this one, and he's actually starting to make a bit of a getaway, really. So Sonicus, he's coming under a bit of pressure from Cam Norris and Spinaz. So one Guintini's gone forward, the other one's gone backwards a little bit, with Matthew down to 5th place now. Crash over the curves for the first time. That is a spin for... Oh! So Sonicus actually getting a good run on Aaron Guintini going into the Melbourne hairpin. Can he get it pulled up? Yes, he can. So Sonicus didn't take him long. He regains the lead of the race. Cam Norris, he binned it going out of the chicane. We were on board with Sonicus for that. See, almost a half look for Carl Johnson on the second of the Guintinis. So they tick off the first lap. Amazingly, we had a relatively clean first lap. Oh,
Not too bad at all.
Yeah, Cam Norris into pit lane straight away. Paul Russell's moved up a few spots already after starting rear field.
Oh, Guintini. Oh, he's out.
Which Guintini is that? That's Guintini of the Matthew variety.
The Matthew Guintini type.
Yeah, type 1 or type 2. I think he's type 2. He's the younger brother, perhaps. No, how's this?
Oh, there's number 54 going backwards.
Oh,
Sonicus' son.
Rob Noble and Nicholas Macbeth have both binned it. So I wonder if the two are related. And now Aaron Guintini takes back the lead of the race.
Yeah, Sonicus got onto the dirt coming out of the first right-hander at the back section. Oh, he's got a good run through the chicane and he hits Guintini. And now Spinaz is getting into this.
Well, I've made up for the first lap by doing a few extras in the second.
Spinaz goes around the outside. Is he going to do it?
Oh, he can. The Lamborghini pretty good off the corners. As he dives up the inside into the final hairpin. Got to get the car rotated, which he does, has no problem. Lamborghinis like to rotate. As we head down the front straight. Also, shout out to Stick Death 1980 for the follow. That brings us up to 453.
Sticky dog.
What?
Where is he? Yes.
Who are we watching?
No, yeah, we know old Sticky. He's a legend in the field. Oh, there's Shania, looking great. No, it's Celine. Oh, they're all the same, don't they?
Oh, there! Whoa! There goes a corner marker just flying off the screen there. They don't last very long, these corner markers. It's a hard life. Ooh, another run off. Another one bites the dust. 399. Who is that? Oh, that's Papelio. No way. So I mean, how unsurprising a Porsche doing Porsche things, I'm betting.
He might have got collected by, because there's 4 cars trailing the field. He might have got caught up with them. But a Porsche moment is probably the more reasonable option.
Definitely a few cars spread out now.
Got Spinaz and Sonicus at it again, going to the Melbourne hairpin.
On board with Matt Glow, he's up to 17th. He's looking up the inside of Eaton into the Melbourne hairpin. Can he get it pulled up? Honda's good on the brakes. Tell you what, just pulled up on a dime there. And he's up into 17th now.
So at chicane, how sensitive on the corners are we? I see the aggressive lines going through there. Is there much corner penalties in this area?
Oh yes, that corner is absolutely cursed for anyone who's trying to avoid track limit warnings. Great battle here for 7th. Big Ioli holding off Matterford. Matterford doesn't mind a bit of a dive here and there. So Big Ioli's got to stay on his toes. In fact, right on board with the big old Bentley. Up the hill. Should be pretty safe in this section of the circuit. The Bentley's got a bit of poke in a straight line.
Oh, it looks like Sonicus is about to line up a move on Spinaz once more. Going into the chicane. Oh, they're not going too wide, are they?
Oh, they thought about it. Here comes Carl Johnson with a send. Oh, that was nice. So Carl Johnson, big send. Actually, that's Nicholas Macbeth down in 27th, so that was not a pass position. Never mind. They'd have like some sort of icon on all the cars that are blue flagged. I get way too excited way too easily. Ooh, that's wide for Bracken. This might give an opportunity for Honor. Right on board with him down the front straight. Porsche struggles in a straight line. Can the McLaren do anything? No, not quite. Bracken goes in deep again. Pressure is certainly piling onto the back of the 529 Porsche. Looks like a few little scuff marks on the back of Bracken's car as well, so he's been in the wars. This is a great train of cars. This is going all the way from 5th down to roughly 13th if we want to extend it to Pete Viney. That is the main peloton. We've got. I do love this track. It does lend itself to this sort of freight train battles, just because of how fast it is. Low also up to 15th, so we'll keep an eye on the forward march of the 480 Honda. He's trying to chase down Chris Bradley now, so the 22 Aston is next on the hit list of Glow. Ooh, both Bradley and Glow a little bit deep into turn one. This might give Glow a chance to make a move, although he's got to be brave to make a move down through the Corona curbs. And he just backs off for the old hairpin. Ooh, both Bradley and Glow getting a little bit sideways.
Did Biggie Oli just...
Oh, yes.
What's he up to? Did we just have a disconnect, or is he...
He went off to Narnia for a bit.
It looked like a sweet jump.
Yeah, so Biggie Oli, yeah, that ping is sky high. Yeah.
A pass for second here, Sonicus on Spinaz into the Melbourne hairpin once more.
Yeah,
he's got it done this time.
Yeah, made it stick. He's actually not too far off of Aaron Grantini. Now they're coming up to the lap traffic now, so might be in some of these drivers' best interest to dive into pit lane straight away to get away from the lap traffic. But, none of our top 5 really have done that. And Honor has actually made the move stick on Bracken now. We'll keep watching this top 3 battle. Start heading up the hill. That's Frank Papelio just ahead. 26th. That car looking a little bit beaten up, so he's had a bit of a character building night so far. As Gantini, he timed that pretty well. Papelio doing his best to stay out of the way.
Oh.
Hasn't worked out. Hasn't worked out for Spinaz. So, have a go at the battle from 8th down to 12th. This is good stuff. Aaron Muriel leading the way. He's under pressure from McDonald, who looks for a move into the Melbourne hairpin. He pulls out of it just. So now McDonald is going to be vulnerable to Jeremy Zeri. Zeri might fancy a send into the final corner, but McDonald just chops the nose right off. Now Richard Brzezinski might be lining up a move. I don't know if you two guys have had any chance to do some laps lately, but it seems as though the Aston Martin has had a bit of a buff.
Oh, real?
Yeah. Brzezinski teleporting around a little bit. My brother absolutely loves the Aston. And about a week ago, we did some ACC racing, and he made the comment straight away that something's changed with the Aston. It's actually decent off the line.
Oh, really? That was like that was its one downside.
One downside, yeah, its acceleration is.
Now it's perfect.
Well, here we go. We got some changes going on here. Zeri around the outside of McDonald going into the chicane. Oh, they're going to go too wide. No, they're not. They're going to back out of it, and Aaron Muriel might have a chance to take back the position he lost. He's going to go the long way around into the Melbourne hairpin, and here comes Pete Viney taking advantage of all this, as somehow all four of these guys have gotten through all of that without making any contact. Ooh, even with a teleporting Aston there. Oh!
No,
Nailed him. So
he was in the low line there, which means he needed to get on the brakes a bit sooner. By about a metre or two. Sprayed in the pits by the Lambo man. Got to get that sorted out. Zeri.
It was a big dive from Muriel. He was probably a little bit distracted battling away with Brzezinski and Viney. Easy mistake to make. So not really much of a consolidation for Zeri. He was driving really well, picking his way through all that. So Biggie Oldie's down in 23rd or 25th. Battling away with Paul Huddy in 24th place. He's also got Rob Noble and Matthew Guntini all over the back of him. So, oh, that was close there for Rob Noble. I thought he was going to center punch that Bentley.
Just behind that battle, we've got Sonicus and Guntini about to what looks like change leads. They're getting pretty close to each other.
Yeah, Aaron's doing a pretty good job dealing with the pressure from John Sonicus.
Yeah, I've been watching this for a few laps and it looks like Sonicus is getting very impatient now. He just keeps making silly mistakes, either going a bit too deep into corners or just running wide. Just little things that are just costing him time. He's got to have to keep building that back up.
Something, have faith in your pace? Something along those lines?
Yeah, probably that, yeah.
Yep, that's the
Have you
one.
heard that one before?
It's a classic line from the 70s.
Ooh, this is looking pretty tasty up here. Noble trying to get up the inside of Biggie Oldie. Biggie Oldie runs a little bit deep into the chicane, trying to defend. See if Noble can make something work out of this in the Melbourne hairpin. I think, oh yeah, Jeremy Zeri's actually come out in front of these guys. Now Noble. That Audi's actually pretty handy off the corners. He's going to try and go right around the outside. This will be brave. He'll cut back in, try and get the switchback, but Biggie Oldie, he's on the ball here. He saw that coming a mile away as our 2 leaders. Oh, that was interesting. So, I'm not sure if you guys saw that, but Sonicus made to go into pit lane, but Aaron Guintini went straight to pit lane instead, right in front of him, and Sonicus changed his mind and kept going.
Yeah, I think he wanted to get the overlap there, but looks like Guntini was having none of it.
Half race distance. Oh, Matthew Contini, he's lost it. Got the brakes locked on. He keeps it off the fence, but he will lose a bucket load of time. This is just compounding a nightmare race for Matthew Contini. So contrast to fortunes, even in sim racing. One half of A&M Racing going really well, the other one going backwards, unfortunately. Battle for 15th or 16th, I don't know. Or 14th, could be 14th. Norris and Bracken, these guys are pretty close together. Sam Bracken making his return to Shakedown tonight. He's right up behind Cam Norris now. So good recovery from Cam Norris. Norris up to 11th. Saw him spinning right round, baby right round on lap 1.
Now I've got Sonicus and Spinaz in the pit lane.
Okay, so where is Aaron Grantini? There he is.
He's at the back section.
Yep, at the top of the circuit.
Just in front of Paul Russell as well. Or in front of Paul Russell.
Yeah, he's a little bit further than just ahead.
I mean, he's a position ahead.
That's true. Have a look at this. This is still going on, this battle between Chris Bradley and Jeremy Zeri. Biggie Ollie's in there. Huddy's in there. And Noble too. So, geez, these guys are going at it, aren't they? Biggie Ollie trying to get the double slipstream. Zeri looking left and right. He's putting the pressure on Bradley. He almost outbrakes himself. And Bradley makes a mistake. That was textbook pressure from Jeremy Zeri, and that's also going to allow Matthew Biggioli to get around the outside. He gets the move done, gives plenty of space on the inside. Oh, that's great racing.
So Sonicus has beaten out Guntini, but Spinaz only just lost out by pretty much the pit exit.
So Sonicus just having a little bit more pace than Guntini, it seems. So maybe staying out a little bit longer has helped out John. Now, dare I risk it? But I am really happy to see that we have not had any of those, shall we say, people who I hope find out they are adopted on their birthday so far.
Oh, you meant, okay, I thought
Yes,
you meant something
people.
else.
No, those people. It's been a real they actually knocked out one of the SRO events. But luckily they don't seem to be interested in taking on Shakedown. Shakedown, of course, being quite a global community, isn't it? It started off as just being Australian, but I think we've gotten quite a few internationals now.
Yeah, you'd think there'd be something behind it rather than a random attack, wouldn't you? So.
Yeah, it's just so weird because yeah, it just seems to be affecting everything Assetto Corsa Competizione related.
The ex-employees.
Well, I saw one theory on Saturday night that it's Polyphony employees that aren't happy that FIA went with Assetto Corsa.
Yeah, I was
Oh, okay, here we go. Sam Bracken and Luke Rose battling away. Heading up the hill to start. Oh, Bracken, he hasn't got this car dialed in very well. He's just struggling. Whoa! Whoa! Oh my word. Whew. That was a moment. This 319 Aston. It's a bit of a space-time traveller at the moment. Do you reckon this Aston is bigger on the inside? Whoa, he loses it. I'm sure Sam Bracken would be quite relieved to see that.
Just a soft spin too.
Yeah. Whew. Man, I had a heart attack then.
I didn't get to see that. It was all right on my screen, but you certainly enjoyed it.
Whew. Yeah, Richard Brzezinski, tell whoever it is who's on Netflix to get off it. I don't know where Brzezinski is joining us, actually. I hope he's somewhere in Australia. Maybe.
Possibly.
Oh, there's Watkins Glen.
He's so Bracken is really hounding the back of Luke Rose. Just see the mid corner, the Lambo just way more planted than this Porsche. So head down the back straight towards the chicane. It'd be really, really amazing if Sam can make the move stick in a straight line in the Porsche. Ooh, thought he outbraked himself then. Oh, here's a chance, and he gets the move done. Did I just curse Luke Rose? I don't remember saying that Luke Rose is doing really well.
Nah, I'll let that slide.
Thank you. How's this for a battle, though, just behind? Matt Glow up to 9th place, I want to say. Sorry, 10th place. Pete Viney and Tom McDonald absolutely hounding each other. And again, they swap positions. And this is just helping Brzezinski, Zeri, and Biggie Oli get onto terms with them. Another battle just here between Chris Bradley and Rob Noble. Noble looking up the inside into turn 1. He decides against it. They tip it in. Carl Johnson in pit lane. I think that is a retirement for Carl. Bradley runs a little bit wide at the old hairpin. Make their way up the hill. Noble trying to go the long way round. He'll have the inside line if he can stick it. He can't quite stick it. Bradley just a little bit braver than him on the brakes, and this has brought Huddy into the pit mix as well. Noble again, getting into the top corner, and oh, they nearly touched, but not quite. This is also helping Muriel get involved. Have I mentioned how much I love Donnington Park?
No.
Well, I'm going to say it again. I love Donnington Park. It's brilliant. It produces great racing. Look at this. I mean, it's like,
Oh,
you get... Oh?
it's a spin.
Oh, yeah, Tom McDonald.
McDonald.
Yep. Down at the
Salt
Melbourne
Farm.
hairpin. Oh, a little bit of a taparoo. That was a little bit unnecessary. And here comes Phil Clark thinking about a move. Oh, Tom McDonald. Oh, I think I'm going to pass on making a comment on that. I don't know what happened there. I don't know. I'm not a steward. Stay right out of it. Oh,
Could be short if you wanted to.
Let's
Yeah,
make a
probably.
comment on it.
Let's not. Let's not. I don't need to start a Discord war.
Oh, they're quite good.
They're entertaining. We get the popcorn out.
I love a good discussion. Builds a rivalry.
Anyway, I was about to say, Donnington Park. We
Oh. Gets a bit jiggly, Aaron, but he's all right. But he's got the Lambo now hot on the tail, and Spinaz is right there.
Spinaz filling up the mirror quite nicely.
I've been watching Gantini last couple laps. He looks to be pretty desperate trying to catch up to Sonic as he's made mistakes here and there. Dropped the wheel like he just did.
Got to be
it's
careful when you run wide. I've noticed when you run wide a little bit too often, you start losing pressure in the tyres. So got to be really
doing
precise.
he's been doing it a fair bit, and Spinaz has just been really consistent throughout the last 5-7 laps or so.
Oh, here we go. Here's a chance. Spinaz with a much better run up towards the Melbourne hairpin. Who's going to be late on the brakes? Spinaz tries to stick the nose in. Guantini goes in light. They almost touch.
That was close.
That was very close. That was cigarette paper stuff right there. This is just helping John Sonicus build that gap. 2.5 seconds now. I reckon it'll be up to 3 seconds now. And they cross the line. Almost. It's almost there.
Close enough.
It's right on board with Aaron. And we'll have a look at the steering inputs just to get a bit of an idea of what this car is actually doing. Like, it's just looking like the rear of the car's got a bit of disconnect in it. Oh yeah, it slides and then grips. That's a bit of a problem.
Yeah, it's not how you want a car to really work. Normally you want it to grip all the way through.
Up to a
That's
point.
just my opinion.
Yeah.
That's just my
Well, I mean, we're not mid-engine drivers. Oh yeah, he really can't get the power down. See it just stepping out on him, coming up towards the chicane.
Spinaz with a really great run. Jesus, that was close.
Yeah, Spinaz, so much more confidence going into the chicane. Here we go, Spinaz again at the Melbourne hairpin. He has to bail out of that one.
That was an interesting way to bail.
I think Matthew's just got to be a little bit more patient here. He's just got to wait. He can't try and force this move too early. And every time he tries to force the move, he's actually costing himself time. So he's got to be aware of that. Got plenty of time.
Yeah, but
still got 2 laps.
That's not much time at all.
Well, you got to consider as well if you are Spinaz, that Guantini is under pressure. He is driving hard. He's making mistakes. 2 laps, that could be all it takes to get a mistake and make an easy pass. And we know exactly where this Lamborghini is strong, and that's through that chicane. Actually, he's really strong out of that long right-hander. The car's just getting the power down so much better than the Audi up ahead. So ahead,
Here we go.
Ranges
Plenty
right
of time.
he ranges right up onto the back of him. He doesn't get quite as nice a run this time. Still shows the nose to Guantini. Just reminds him he's there. Oh, here we go. Bad run for Guantini. Spinaz is going to try and force it up the inside here. No, he backs out of it. Guantini runs a very, very deep line. Spinaz looking for the drive. Final lap hit now.
14.
Yep, car 14 is off. I don't know who that is. Look at that a little bit later. Down through the corner curves. Oh, Eaton spun again.
54 as well. At the chicane, Noble.
Is this going to affect our leaders and the battle that we're watching at the moment? No. Eaton does the responsible thing. He rejoins it very, very safely. Well done.
Yeah, Guantini's got that wee buddy 4 car lengths from the first half again.
Yeah, but now we're into the section where he is weak. And final lap time, it is all or nothing. Time to get that little all or nothing box for Spinaz. I'm sensing a send. I'm sensing a very big send.
Oh, the car didn't quite grip up there.
He might try it anyway. No, he thinks better of it.
He's going to try and get the better exit, I reckon.
Oh yeah, he can.
No.
He bottles it. He bottles it. That pretty
Still
well.
one corner left.
No, I don't think even Spinaz could go for the big old dive bomb there.
The leader has finished the race.
There you go, John Sonicus. Another win for the 55 BMW. And Matthew Spinaz and Aaron Guntini over the line, second and third, respectively. Let's try and find a conclusion to some battles. Now, Sam Bracken's actually come back to 8th. That's good for him. Matt Glow sitting in 9th. That's decent. Imagine if he hadn't binned it on the first lap. Okay, what have we got? Any battles back here? Well, Chris Bradley's holding off Aaron Muriel. They've lost a position to Phil Clark. So Phil Clark leading the way for AMS. Not over here. Muriel might go for the dive bomb into the final corner, but Bradley a little bit, making that Aston a little bit too wide. Oh, and Luke Rose, by the way, taking home the victory for the Pro-Ams in 10th place. So as the rest of the field cross the line, what did we learn from that race?
Patience is key, possibly.
Yeah, patience is key.
2 laps is plenty.
2 laps is plenty, yep. I'm going to go with Donnington produces awesome racing. Oh, it does.
Yeah, yeah, it's good. Nothing wrong with that.
Mm.
You can't take it lightly. If you take your eye off the ball, you're spinning out by the looks of that.
Well, it's certainly
Respected track.
yeah, it's definitely a strategic sort of circuit, but there was a lot more dogfighting than what I thought we'd see. And in my opinion, obviously, just my opinion, I think this track is really producing that sort of smart racing where you got to think about the move. Because any move that you do make, it interrupts that that nice momentum, that nice flow, and then that brings more cars into your little battle pack, and suddenly you're under pressure. So
It's not a game of scragging here, isn't it? It's precision passing, setting them up, finding your weakness in the man in front, the driver in front.
Well, that's what we were seeing with Matthew Spinaz, but he just couldn't quite complete the pass on Guntini. Just made that little mistake out of the Melbourne hairpin. But there'll certainly be some head scratching going on with the Guntini brothers. Chris Bradley in chat. Defs need a smoke after that. Chuck in a whiskey as well, just to calm the nerves.
Yeah, mate.
Tell you what, can you hear the in-game commentator? He's going absolutely nuts at the moment.
Oh, I can't.
He's pretty good.
I'm just going to listen to this for a little while. Because I can't understand a bloody word he's saying. Can I get someone in chat to like transcribe that for me, please? That's I'm quite impressed with how quickly he's speaking. Chris, mate, that was a great battle between yourself, Biggie Oli, Glow, Muriel, Clark. Who didn't you fight with in that race? That was very impressive. Very, very impressive. Oh, I'll tell you what, this is a bit of a heartbreak down here in 20th place. Nicholas Macbeth. He was looking so good up in 6th place after qualifying. But, it's just gone all wrong for him.
Still another qualifying at least.
Yeah, well, we get a second bite at the apple in a few minutes' time. Any disappointments or highlights for you guys?
I reckon Paul Russell did a good comeback that race.
Yeah.
To come 4th.
Not bad. Starting from rear of field. Yeah, he comes back to 4th place. Well done, Paul. Norris, very impressive. Oh, sorry.
No, you're right. I was today. I like the. It was a pretty cool third place battle there.
Mm.
You know, a lot of showing, presenting mirror, a lot of the game we play. Trying to
Indeed.
get our mate to look in the mirror, look over here, try and take his eye off the game. That's what I'm all about in racing. So good to see that happening.
Actually, it was really good racing between the top three because Sonicus did not drive away with that. He got put under pressure. He actually got beaten up a little bit in the first phase of that race.
Yeah. In those early days, the early couple of laps, he had to work for it.
That's exactly what you got to do with a driver like Sonicus, though. You've got to beat him up. You can't afford to let him get into a rhythm. So
Yep.
once he
Onto
gets,
the line.
yeah, once he gets
So
into
there's
that
two
rhythm,
lines around every corner. There's not sort of like, when you say, oh, there's no passing opportunities. When you say, well, if you're side by side, then you should be able to know how to drive side by side on every corner. How fast you have to go. I've done side by side laps right around Bathurst just because of, they both knew that we're side by side. We need to pull her right back out, and it's doable. The cars behind you catch you up real quick, but if you want the challenge, you can do it. Do it anywhere.
Monaco?
no.
Shit,
I'll tell you something funny. I've got Automobilist at 2. Now they have got Monaco, although it's under a different name. But they've got the current generation of Formula One cards. And I tell you what, I could not get through that little hairpin. Could not get through it.
Did you set the car up at all?
I tried to. Didn't really work out, obviously. But I was at full lock. Couldn't get around that hairpin. It was nonsense. It was just all sorts of nonsense.
Got to install the handbrake.
Yeah.
You gotta e-brake it. You gotta e-brake it round.
Gotta drift it round. Clutch kick.
Got a power slide around it.
Well, let's get on with some qualifying. John Sonicus will lead the field out once again. John doesn't like to hang around in qualifying, does he? He likes to get out there, clear track. Doesn't want to play those silly games of getting slipstreams and what have you. So, qualifying predictions.
I reckon it's going to be roughly the same as it was.
So, Sonicus leading the way. Don't think anyone's found something.
I'm not sure. I just reckon it'll be the same people up front.
Well, I'm sort of expecting a much better performance from Aaron Guntini. He sort of knows what he wants from the car. He knows that he was severely lacking rear grip in the second half of that race. I don't know how that really happened for him.
You're gonna a bit of a tune, a bit of a change in suspension. Knows what he needs to get it done. He's hoping. Anyway,
John Sonicus starts his first flying lap. He's got a little bit of traffic. He's got Matterford and Eaton just ahead of him. Those two guys. Oh yeah, there we go. Jared, he's a good bloke. Gets right out of it. Lets John get on with his day. Right on board with John right now. Ooh, a little bit sideways. Gathers it back up and then fires it down the straight. So this is not going to be a real quick lap. I'm going with a prediction of a 27. Oh, hello. He's very aggressive over the curb. Yep, that's invalidated the lap. So Sonicus will not be setting the first flying lap. That will be, in fact, Tom McDonald in the number 8 Ferrari. one of many of these Worn Tyre Tribe people getting around. There's a lot of them.
He needs to make a McDonald's livery, I reckon. It would suit his name.
It would, but you know what would be funnier if he went KFC?
Fair enough. I mean,
Just me? Okay.
or Hungry Jack's.
Or Hungry Jack's, yep. Or Porto's. Just go Porto's. Oh, wow, that actually worked. I didn't even mean to do that. That was great.
Or Carl's Jr.
Yeah. Grease Monkey? Do you guys have Grease Monkey over in South Australia?
Nah.
No? Oh, okay. They're not too
Another,
bad.
like,
Suck for
extremely
you.
oily chicken joint, or
They're a burger joint.
extremely oily.
I think I've only had one of their burgers, and it wasn't too bad, actually. Ooh, McDonald, he has binned that nice and hard. Who's on top at the moment? It is... It's not Carl Johnson, it is actually...
Spinaz.
Yes, Spinaz. Here he is, provisional pole sitter.
Guntini.
Oh, never mind, yeah.
Guntini slaps in at 127.547. Taking 0.2 of a lead.
And, well, the Guintinis have traded places. Aaron Guintini down in 8th place. But Sonic is about to cross the line. He goes top. Of course he does, 26.752. As just casually chucking in a 20.26 on your first flying lap, essentially.
Norris is struggling, he's just spun out there around the back part. Hasn't put a time in. We heard him having a few spins on that first race, so it might just be his wee Achilles heel.
I don't really know much about the McLaren. I know, obviously, that's mid-engine, so that could possibly be playing a part of it. Mid-engine cars are just so... I don't know, they're very... It's very, very odd driving a mid-engine car because they rotate so well, but then they over-rotate and you don't actually notice that it's over-rotated until it's too late.
We go, well, stop now. Oh.
Yeah, and then it snaps the other way and you
At least with a Porsche, at least you know when it's oversteered, but by that time it's already too late.
You still can't do anything about that.
yeah. You know it's oversteered by the time you've got, like, before you've hit the apex.
You've got to oversteer when you're driving in a straight line, don't you?
Sometimes, like, say,
Yeah, there you go.
Camel Kink at Spa, you could probably oversteer there if you try hard enough. I mean, I've sometimes hit the brakes in a Porsche and then the rear went. That's great. So you know when it's going to go, at least.
Yeah, always.
Because you're expecting it all the time.
Yeah, you're expecting it pretty much 99% of the time.
You're
Well, I mean,
surprised it doesn't spin.
Yeah.
And then when you're 10 laps into a race, you think to yourself, why the hell am I still here?
Why am I still persisting with this car?
Why is it
Masochist.
working? Why has this setup worked for me?
That's like
Like,
that's like 90% of sim racing, isn't it? You just we'll just chuck a setup on. Hopefully it works. Oh, there it did work.
Look at that.
It's me every time I hop on a sim. Yeah. Or just drive a car in general.
See if,
Sticker racing, it's safe.
see if Cam Norris can actually get a time on the board now. Less than 8 minutes to go. He's on a valid lap, I want to say. Yes, he is. He'll cross the line. What are we looking at for Cam Norris? Top 10. Just behind is Paul Russell. Where does Russell go? He stays third. Aaron Guintini now up onto the front row provisionally. So, you got to try and find it. Is he in pit lane? He must be in pit lane. No, he's on track somewhere. Car 52, where is he? Oh, there he is. No, Carl Johnson, apparently highest ranked Pro-Am. And Chris Bradley, highest ranked AM driver. We'll sort of ignore Sam Bracken. He is definitely not an AM driver.
He's doing
Says
alright.
he's
Sixth
AM.
place. Old Johnson and 6th.
And Brzezinski
Good
now
going.
up into 8th. So some of the Pro-Am drivers have got the tails wagging. Carl Johnson actually backing out of that lap. He's right in front of Cam Norris though. Get that, the old trick of getting the late apex to get the drive down the front main straight. I don't know if that actually gives you much of an advantage here. So let's see, who can we find that seems to be going okay at the moment? Oh, well, Jeremy Zeri, there we go. That was not a bad lap for Jeremy Zeri. Goes up into 6th place. See if we can get a few more tenths out of that Lamborghini. Sonicus, he's dropped that benchmark down to a 26.605. It's asking questions in this second qualifying session. So how good is that that spread of times? All the way down to 24th, separated by 2 seconds or less. It's that is competitive.
That's good. That's jolly good.
Yeah, one thing I don't like about ACC is you can't get sector times up. So otherwise, I don't know who's going faster, who's not going faster, whatever.
You could just telepathically know.
I could just have that, but then no one can see. Ooh, have a look at this. Just looking at the timing monitor. Ooh, Sam Bracken onto provisional 3rd. Don't mind if I do, he says. But very interesting.
Final sector there.
Yes, yes. I was just about to bring that up. John Sonicus and Paul Russell setting identical times in that last sector. So that's something. Best thing for the Porsches is that its straight line deficit can't really be exploited here. There's no real straights anywhere.
Well, there's a good. There's some data on that. I've got for you. The Sonicus and Russell. Purple sector for Sonicus is 2 and 3. Shared. The third one's shared with Russell with an exact same third sector of a 32.682.
Yeah,
And then Spinaz has got they've got the first sector in the Lambo.
Good spread then with the drive layouts. Mid-engine fastest in the first sector, front engine fastest in the middle sector, and then front engine and rear engine fastest in the final sector.
Sharing the third, yeah.
Yeah. Just, it's joint custody deal. There we go, the two Goodtini brothers in formation flying here. Flying formation, I should say. They head down the Corona curves. They're both struggling in this session. Oh, good. Aaron Guintini just struggling to get the rear of the car to follow what the front of the car is trying to do.
Should have probably looked at the temperature last session, or yeah, could be a bit warmer, which could upset the car, depending. That could be a factor.
Potentially. Now, fortunately for Aaron, he's sort of stuffed up his brother here. So he's made a bit of a hash of the first sector. And fortunately for Matt, didn't really have anywhere to go. And I think they both invalidated their laps. Yes, they have. So frustration will be building.
I'm pretty sure they are sharing it. I think I saw Matt Gantini out in front before as they switch places.
They might be helping each other out, a bit of line, a bit of data.
Might be giving each other a tow just to help each other out.
No, they're both into pit lane now, so interesting strategies being played out. Well, that's a bit of a pit entrance from Phil Clark.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Chris Bradley's on screen now. He's gotten his time down to almost within 2 seconds of Sonicus. I think if you're not an alien, anything under a second, you're cheering.
That's what I normally hope for when I race. Just under a second of the fastest time, and then I'll be loving it.
Oh, that's a McLaren going a bit wide. That's Justin Marshall. He hasn't set a lap time, and he will. Oh, his lap is still valid. That's interesting. I thought he ran off track.
Yeah, it's the second line out there.
It's a very wide race line. So we get down to the last 20 seconds of qualifying. We'll see who gets through for another lap. As Chris Bradley rockets over the curbs. Hoping to get down a decent time because Eaton and Clark ahead of him in the AM class. His checkered flag is now out. Oh, Justin Marshall just behind. He invalidates his lap on the exit of the Melbourne hairpin. Frustrated by that. And Chris Bradley will cross the line. He does not improve a 29.020. That's not ideal. Let's have a look at Luke Rose. Winner of Pro-Am in race 1. He's going to be up against it if Carl Johnson's time stands. So Carl Johnson sitting in 4th place casually. I think Carl Johnson not quite a Pro-Am as Rose throws that lap away. So we'll swap over to Jared. Oh! That was very tight between Madiford and Rose. Through the Melbourne hairpin goes Jared Madiford. Can he improve? Can he get back into the top 10? Does improve, but he still remains outside of the top 10. So that is that for qualifying. A bad result there, if I don't say so myself. So let's run through the grid. On the front row, we have John Sonicus and Paul Russell. Seem to see that a lot. Row 2, Matthew Spinaz and Carl Johnson. Keep an eye on the 52 BMW. He's fairly reasonably paced, I would say. Row 3, we have Sam Bracken and Jeremy Zeri. Aaron Guantini and Cam Norris off of row 4. Row 5, we have Rob Noble and James Honor. Matthew Guantini and James Madiford off of row 6. Row 7, Richard Bazinski and Matt Glow. Saw some great racing from Matt Glow. He started 18th, binned on the first lap, and then got back into the top 10 by the end of the 30 minutes. Row 8, Matthew Bigioli. Again, keep an eye on Bigioli. And also the man next to him, Nicholas Macbeth. Row 9, Luke Rose and Pete Viney. And Tom McDonald, Jason Eaton out of 20th. We move back to row 11, Aaron Muriel and Philip Clark. Then we have Chris Bradley, Paul Huddy, Scott Jordison, Frank Papelio, and Justin Marshall rounding out the field. 27 cars strong at this grid. See if we can all funnel through the first few corners on the first lap.
Get to the chopper.
Get to the
See
chopper.
how we go.
30 seconds.
Right. There is the chopper. And there is our leader. So what's the plan here if you're Paul Russell? Do you want to try and just go for the lead as quickly as you can, or do you try and follow
You
Sonicus?
do, yes.
Oh,
No,
yes,
you have to.
Oh, yes, it's John Sonicus, that's right. Beat him up.
Yes. Let's get in front and stay there.
Potentially he could have a Porsche moment and collect Sonicus accidentally while...
I'm not too sure I condone that.
Yeah, I don't condone it either. I'm just saying that is a way that it could happen.
Well, yeah, very likely.
Potentially.
There's a likely outcome, yes.
Yeah, it is
Because
a Porsche.
yeah, a Porsche has a 99% chance of saying no.
It is a monster Porsche.
Yeah, I think that brings up to 102%.
Well, I don't remember that that BMWs are made from drywall, so, and it is Paul Russell, not Kyle Russell. No, we're not going to go with Kyle jokes. Okay, fine.
Yeah, I don't know those ones.
Don't you? Oh, basically, it's like a
Anyone who
stereotype.
drinks a monster.
It's a bit, yeah, it's a bit of a meme that all Kyles are like they're into the I don't know, the bro culture. And they love Monster Energy drinks, and they're always punching through dry walls. I don't know where that came from, but I think it's just like someone noticed that, hey, with all these videos of all these people drinking Monster and punching dry walls, they all seem to be named Kyle.
I don't know about the punching through drywall one, but I think it checks out.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, I'm just rolling through all the Kyles that I know, and I can see them all punching drywall. With the cap on slightly tweaked with them, yeah, Monster on the other hand.
Yeah, that's it. That is the stereotype. It's a bit like the Karen meme, isn't it?
Yeah, but at least it's watchable. I can't watch those videos of Karens.
I love a bit of cringe. Not too much of it, but just enough.
It just pisses me off watching them.
Yes. Yes. I never worked retail, so I find it funny. I feel sorry for the poor worker, but I find it funny.
I just can't bring myself to watch it.
Anyway, let's get set for some racing. Let's talk about Karens, and Kyles, and drywalls.
It is the male Karen, isn't it?
Yeah, it could be.
I love that you sound like that's like a huge revelation. It's like sun, I can hear the sunshine beaming onto your face. All right, let's get set for a start. There we go. Perfect.
We got a
And
time.
we're racing.
Drive-through penalty for Carl Johnson. I think that's out of position. And Paul Russell looking around the outside. Can we get through turn one cleanly?
Got one on dirt.
Oh, we got a little bit of... Oh, no, you're joking! Matt Globe for the second race in a row, and he gets collected! Oh, that's a big collision. We've got cars going everywhere, and for the second race in a row, Matt Globe finds himself on the infield at turn two. You gotta be joking. Paul Russell leads the way ahead of John Sonicus. His Kovac's teammate, Carl Johnson, he's going to have to do a tour of pit lane. I'd say he was out of position at the start of the race. So basically eliminate the number 52 BMW from your picture. Oh, geez, look at Sam Bracken absolutely throwing his Porsche in through the chicane. He's got company with Aaron Guintini, thinking about a move up the inside, and
There's a
little
push touch
taparoo.
Lambo.
Oh, and it
Oh,
goes on
got
again.
in.
He's coming
Oh,
back on
yeah.
the track. This ain't good.
Oh.
Oh, that was close.
Somehow everyone's. Oh no, not yet! Oh!
Not yet. Oh no.
No, guys, safe rejoins, safe rejoins. He finally gets going again. But, yeah, geez, some safe rejoin work needs to be done there.
It looks like no one was following the yellow.
Yellow flag have been speed up and make positions, isn't it?
Yeah.
They go ripping through there at full race light and then going, oh! That's what the yellow flag's for.
Yeah, yellow means go really fast, doesn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, that's what I do on a yellow light. If you're in a 60 and the yellow light goes on, just go 90.
That's, I'd never actually thought of that. Oh, we have a car, I think that is Basinski's, if I'm not mistaken, in 628. But we now have a clear breakaway duo of Russell and Sonicus. The chasing pack headed by Aaron Guintini, Rob Noble and Matthew Guintini. So it's been a decent start of the race so far for the three Audis. Cam Norris actually looking quite racy behind Jeremy Zeri.
What would be the plural for Audis?
LDO.
I was going to say Gestapo, but yeah, whatever.
It'd have to
No.
be like Pinta Eld.
Audi? Oh.
Yeah, I reckon we're just gonna have to go with the I ending for car names now, I reckon.
Yeah,
So
it
we
should
got
be more
McLaren, Audi, McLaren.
You said McLaren twice.
Did I?
Yep.
But it's McLaren II.
Yeah. Did I say McLaren by any chance?
This is a bit like
No, we
brigade,
we can hit-
platoon.
We're gonna have one eye, one car as a one eye. The rest of them we have to come up with something.
So do we want to expand on this plural stuff? Because, you know, in the army they got brigades, platoons, companies. Like, how do we go? How do we go about this?
Gotta roll.
Most illogical way possible.
It rolls off the tongue. Like a brigade of Bentleys.
Brigade of Brimleys. Nice. So this snarling pack of cars here headed. Oh. I said oh.
No, it was a laugh.
Oh.
These days, Sterling. A Sterling pack of cars.
Oh, that's going to be a moment for Audis, and oh, you're joking. So Rob Noble, I saw that coming, just grabbed a little bit too much curb at the old hairpin, and unfortunately for Matthew Guintini, he just had nowhere to go.
Yeah, they had a wee corner kiss, and see ya.
And what that has done is it has released Jeremy Zeri into fourth. Sorry, no, am I right? Yeah, I'm right.
Yes.
Aaron Guintini is up ahead. He's going hell for leather trying to catch Sonicus and Russell. So look at their previous times. Well, Guintini's pace is comparable. It's just a little bit off. Oh, hello.
Here
We
comes
have battles.
Morris.
Whoa, that is tight between Zeri and Norris. Zeri absolutely chasing Norris to the inside line. Oh, Honor
Norris.
running very deep.
Well, Norris might have given that place back, but was it? No. Oh no, it's not him behind him. It's a different bloody Audi behind him. Man, that's right.
Oh, that's awkward
Oh.
again. Oh, it's all on at the final hairpin. And Matthew Guintini, he picks his way through that one quite handily.
Oh,
He's done quite well out of that.
Made it through the car park.
Yep, he might even get to the head of this little battle pack here. It's still going on behind. Sam Bracken trying to get involved. He's in there. Biggie Oli's in there. Richard Baczynski's in there. Rose is in there. And right up the back there is Philip Clark, at best of the AMs at the moment. That was a brave move around the outside through the... Oh, that's Matthew Guntini. Around he goes. Audi's doing Audi things. And there goes Mac
His
Lowe.
glory was short-lived.
It's worth it though.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, we're definitely going to go back through the replay and watch that
We're gonna have
moment.
to.
But I don't even know.
I mean,
how
that's
he's-
if we can. That's if we can. There's so much going on.
Norris is hooked on the back of Zuri's car.
Oh, there it is. Right,
Like,
let's
engaged in wing.
right, we're riding on board now with Matthew Guntini, heading up towards the final corner. We've got shenanigans happening in front, and he just look at that, just Moses. He Moses that. Oh, that was beautiful.
That couldn't have gone any better.
That is going straight to the pool room for Matthew Guntini. Someone clip that. That's going to go in some sort of YouTube compilation of satisfying things.
It needs to. What?
Oh, Scott Jordison loses it on the dirt, and he now faces the wrong way. Tom McDonald's come around going, what the hell is going on here? And Scott Jordison will dive into pit lane in the Rising Phoenix McLaren. Oh, Matthew Spinaz, I think this is going to be a retirement.
Couldn't quite make that corner. Whacked
No.
into pit wall on the way in.
How's our battle for the lead going? I forgot about these guys.
They're nose to tail pretty much the whole race so far.
Yeah, Russell's still got it.
Yep. Russell's...
So I guess he'll be taking it easy. What do you reckon?
They've been about even.
Yeah, 127.5s.
No way. Sonicus, he knows that Russell, he will not be taking it easy. Paul Russell is just as much of a threat out in front as what Sonicus is. Russell proved that at Zandvoort. Gets in front, he can drive away. And he's diving straight into pit lane. That's a bit of a risky move for Paul. We saw that
I think he'll get the open space.
he will get the open space, but well, we saw last race with Aaron Guntini versus Sonicus. The undercut.
Oh, no.
Oh.
There was a big crash front line. Was it? The blue one, the black Porsche.
Oh, Sam Bracken.
Bracken, yeah, lost her out, came flying back in, and unfortunately clipped someone.
I'm guessing a Porsche moment.
That was a Porsche, a very Porsche moment. Given
I'm
the
curious.
signs
Oh,
outside.
he was looking up the inside of Pete Viney, I want to say that is, in one of the Kovacs Beamers, and oh, what on earth? He's just that. Okay, interesting.
And then whoop.
We're going to go on board because I didn't see that. Did not make any sense. So it's like he's tried to go into pit lane, then changed his mind, got on the grass, and straight into Biggie Oli. That is clumsy from Sam.
Oh, I think that was just overturned. Yeah. Oh, damn.
Having a bit of a struggle now. Lots of damage on this car. Biffed up at the back, very biffed up at the front, biffed up down the sides.
Oh, that fender's alright.
Good with the bad. Let's have a crack back at this battle up here. This is for third place, Jeremy Zeri versus Cam Norris. Cam is piling on the pressure onto Jeremy here. Meanwhile, John Sonicus has just opened the gap up between himself and Aaron Cantini up to 5.5 seconds. Traffic was a little bit more favourable, I think, for the Sonicus.
Yes, indeed. He did a 126.9 on the last lap. Where previously he was doing 127.7s, but he was sort of half by behind. No, where was Rusty was on. He was about half a second slower than where he was before. So like the chains have been let off and he's away. Off behind Russell.
Here's an opportunity coming up for Cam Norris. I'm sensing a send here. That is Chris Bradley up ahead of Jeremy Zeri. Bradley not involved in this battle. He does actually get out of the way now. Shouldn't say get out of the way. He's having his own race as well. He lets the battle for third go on through.
He moved away from him.
Yep. Just vacated the race line. Head up the hill one more time. And then tip it in. Norris all over the back of Zeri still. Look at the back of Zeri's Lambo now. Oh, that was a good save by Cam. Turn that TC up a little bit more, please.
Yeah, well, it's been a common theme, hasn't it? The Norris machine, McLaren.
Just too much power.
PC's overrated.
333 has stopped just after the old hairpin. Who was that? That's Scott Georgeson. So it's another McLaren doing McLaren things. We also have a battle brewing up behind these guys, even though they're a lap down. This is the battle for 17th. You've got Rob Noble, Aaron Muriel, and Chris Bradley. So you've got Pro-Am and Pro right there. See how quickly how long it takes Rob to get through these guys. Ooh, he's playing with fire with that curb, considering what happened a little bit earlier in the race.
Norris is getting a lot closer to Zeri now. He's pretty much touching his bumper through the last few corners. Just lost out a bit coming onto the straight then, unfortunately.
These guys are also matching the pace of Aaron Grantini up ahead, so maybe in their best interest not to bicker too much.
Yeah, that McLaren is so much finer through that first chicane corner. Looked like the Lambo was doing a lot more steer. Where Norris just zipped over it. And then re-engaged trailer formation.
It's going to be released now as into the pits goes Jeremy Zeri.
Yep, get out of that. The defensive will be slowing you down.
Let's look at this battle that's just behind Cam Norris. Still raging on. Rob Noble almost reaching out and touching the back of the 69 Porsche as they float down the hill. Out the back of Chris Bradley's Aston now. This little queue that's forming up behind him in a nice orderly fashion, has to be said. Also got Sam Bracken and Eaton battling away. So it seems Bracken has gotten the upper hand for now. And for your information, and everyone playing at home, John Sonicus has come out of pit lane ahead of Paul Russell.
Yeah.
By
Again,
some margin.
So the overcut works again for Sonicus.
Yeah, he was immediately quicker. If he was holding him up, he should have, keep there and until he pitted.
It's so hard because a lot of people do run their fuel loads for this strategy. I'm not a huge fan of that personally. Once you go out with a certain fuel load, you're locked to that strategy. Whereas if you take on a little bit more fuel, you got flexibility.
Yeah. You got to be able to react as well. That's the game. Good old strat. Sonicus would have been pretty happy just to cruise on him, stay in second place up until that point, and then hammer down. It's all that saved fuel that he's probably had from just cruising behind, get an extra few laps out of her, leaving a bit of a sprint to home.
I'm not going to say anything about Chris Bradley's driving at the moment. But he is going pretty good.
Damage has been done.
Damage has been done.
Mistakes were made.
Mistakes were made. I know. I wasn't going to comment on his driving, but he's driving really well. You know, just absolutely, he's just bossing it.
It's too late.
This has to be the widest Aston Martin in the world. No, Chris Bradley's doing all the right things at the moment. He's just putting the car exactly where he needs to put it. It's frustrating the hell out of Aaron Muriel. You can see him moving left and right. He is getting sick of seeing the back of this black and green Aston.
That's the beauty of the Aston, eh? You can just sit there, pretty comfortable, not even nudging it slightly offline. It's like, yeah, it's all good, I'm here. Right.
Going too wide into the chicane now, the Porsche and Audi. The Audi's got him before the chicane, wow.
Oh!
He's pulled up in time.
I don't know how he managed that, but yes, Rob Noble. He managed to just get a little bit of a better run through that right-hander. And now it's his turn to put the pressure on Chris Bradley. So Rob Noble, I think, maybe a little bit quicker than Muriel.
I'd say if the Audi can get out of those hairpins, the Aston Martin can get out of those hairpins a bit quicker. Interesting. Got rid of some lag.
So I couldn't really see anything, and I didn't see any. Whoa, Muriel!
Yee!
That's a Porsche moment.
What was that
Put on
noise?
some sparks. That was my Porsche moment. Siren.
Can we get that made into a sound effect? I want that as like an alert.
You can. I can send it through to you in high quality.
Oh yep. Get some reverb
Surely you
happening
have
onto it.
Surely that cost money, though. Surely.
It does. Yep. I've sold a few.
Oh, Chris Bradley, please stop trying to make my curses come true. For the love of God.
It's already in motion.
That was a celebrational drifty for being still in front of those two cars.
Yeah. Well, again, he's just doing everything right. He's just putting the car where he needs to. He's not overdriving it.
Give them a glimmer of hope that he was better, and then they'll push a bit harder, and then they'll bugger it up. It's a perfect plan. You see that? I've seen that before with cars following me, and they're about 4 seconds out. You let them get a bit closer, and then you start seeing big mistakes coming because they're going, "Oh shit, I'm gaining a wee bit on them," and I'll push that wee bit harder, which then ends up making a mistake, and they bloody fall back. It's a play. It's a good play. Keep that one in your book.
It's a very good play. It goes back to what we keep saying, have faith in your pace.
Faith in your pace.
I don't know what faith is.
Belief.
What's that?
It's like me believing that you're going to be on and co-commentating with me every Tuesday night.
Fair enough.
Yep.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is.
Understandable.
Have we got another battle? We do actually have a battle, a little bit higher stakes. Way up here, Jared Matterford in 5th place? I don't know.
Fifth, yes.
Yep, he's just ahead of James Honor and Nicholas Macbeth. So, great showing from Nick Macbeth. Back up into 7th place. Pete Viney just a little bit behind these guys. Headlights ablaze on that BMW.
We haven't really seen much of the Ferrari. Just having that shot on the Ferrari was like, I haven't really seen the shape much over the last season or two.
It's getting long in the tooth, isn't it, the Ferrari? But, still got a bit of punch. Also, thank you to Matthew DS111 for the follow. We're one step closer to that shoey.
Still got what? 47.
46. For 500 followers, I will do it as shoey on stream. Do you want to see a grown man do a shoey on the internet?
Who wouldn't?
Apparently all the people who haven't hit the follow button. I noticed that the follows sort of slowed down after I said that.
Oh.
I don't want to see that. No, not into that. No, thank you. You need Jesus.
He won't help you.
Use that real way.
So I see Jeremy Zeri down in 22nd, battling away with Thomas McDonald. Let's go check in with him.
How did he end up down there?
He's had a bit of a character building race, hasn't he? How did he got binned, didn't he? That's right, he got binned on like lap 2 down here at the Melbourne hairpin, and it's just never picked up for the poor guy.
I thought Norris was right on him, or was he right on the Audi of Contini?
Who was he chasing?
Yeah, it was Contini.
No, it was Zeri, wasn't it?
I think it was Zeri. Metal, no.
Oh, we've got Macbeth into the gravel. He's just lost 2 positions, or 1 position.
Oh, Zeri runs off the track as well. Oh yeah, we got 2.
And
we got
Bradley too. Number 22, Bradley. He's off.
Oh, oh
Bradley
no! Really?
I think we're going to have a replay on that. It looks like they got together coming out of the right-hander.
It wouldn't be Bradley. He was too smooth. It would be a passing try, and he's still in front. Let's have a
So
look.
he's got Rob Noble just behind. I think you're right on the money here, Tyler. These guys have been battling non-stop. Oh, Bradley runs a little bit wide, actually. Oh, he gets... Oh, mate.
That's his hairpin corner. That's his drifty corner, wasn't it?
Yeah. Close enough, anyway. Oh, that is... For me, that is very heartbreaking, because Chris Bradley, he was driving flawlessly. And I've gone and wrecked it.
You and your curses.
I know, mate. I need to work out a way to monetize it.
To monetize it.
Yeah, PayPal me some money and I'll curse someone on stream.
Yeah, but you can't control it, that's the thing.
Yes, I can. I've just proven I can. How about this battle? Philip Clark and Richard Brzezinski. Brzezinski, he has decided he wants to be in front of the 68. And he is willing to pay any price to get in front.
See, now you're just forcing it. Now it won't happen.
Yeah, so if you want it to happen, it won't happen. That's the
I
curse
don't want
of
it
the
to
curse.
happen. I don't want it to happen because Philip Clark is doing great. Top 10. Top-ranked AM driver. I want something
bloke.
good to happen in this stream. Like something happy. Something happy.
Shoey?
Warm up, Chewy.
A warm-up shoey. What's a warm-up shoey? Is that like a slipper? Oh, there's a little touch. That's a, excuse me, hurry up, please.
Get your shoe out. What that was.
A warm-up shoey, isn't that a jandal?
Be a little kung fu thing. It's got to be able to hold a beverage. Like a floor suck off a jandal, wouldn't it? Or it could be like a ramp. So it'd be like a, instead of a funnel, it's a jandal. Pour it down it. Yeah, you can start a new craze. Instead of a shoey, it's a, like, you have two people pouring stubbies onto a jandal that flows down into the drinker's mouth.
Here we go, Brzezinski, and I think Phil Clark's just going to let him go. Yeah, Phil Clark made that very easy at the end.
You heard it here first.
Well, actually, Tyler will get this one. Have you seen, Tyler, those Tony Kart NASA panels?
NASA panel. Wait, the NASA panels, as in.
On
I can't remember
karts. That's the part that goes over the steering column.
Oh yeah, I've got one.
You've got one.
The Venturi-esque.
Yes,
thing,
the
yeah.
hot dog. Yes.
Yeah.
When that first came out, a few awesome lads over in the UK. They, of course, it would have to be the UK. Used it to scull a beer.
Of course I did.
Actually, they might have been
when I
Irish.
win my.
They might have been Irish.
I've got to do that when I win my first race.
Mate, you got to do it. You got to video it. Send me the video, and then I will play it on stream, and you can talk us through it.
Oh, I'm gonna have to, aren't I?
And I really hope that it's like a wet race. You get forced off the track, and it becomes all muddy, and it's just gonna be beautiful.
I'll just. I've got a plan set out in my head already. It's gonna happen. I swear to God.
Excellent. You heard it here, folks.
No,
this
it's
is
not just
why...
gonna be It's not gonna just be my first race win. It's either gonna be a state championship win or a national win. It has to be one of those two.
Biggie.
Oh, we're not asking for much, are we? We're just, you know, I'll just take a national championship win, thank you.
It's. I'm up for it. I'll do it.
It could happen. Never say no.
Oh, yeah, also with those panels, because the way I sit in it, it basically does nothing for me, because I sit so low in it already.
Here's a battle here. Biggie Ollie trying to send it up the inside of Chris Bradley, and Bradley just saying no. It's a battle of the two gentleman cars here. You got the Bentley and the Aston.
The Bentley looks quite good.
Oh, Bradley runs in a little bit deep. Oh, there we go.
And
Look out.
almost
said it. Almost.
You,
Almost.
Like that.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Please
Oh
no!
no! Oh, I can't see our leader. Oh.
The leader has finished the race.
Oh, there we go. So
That was the finish.
Ah.
What a way to finish!
Well, that was simply a case of John Sonicus had to back off and the clock ticked down. So, yeah, John Sonicus the winner ahead of Paul Russell. Aaron Gantini makes it a pair of podiums for the night. I'll be happy with that. Cam Norris comes home in fourth. Jared Matterford, one of our old champions, comes home for a top 5. He'll be cheering about that ahead of Honor.
Yeah. Honor
Got
as
a
well. Yeah.
Trio of McLaren there. 4th, 5th and 6th. That's oddly satisfying. Viney home in 7th. Macbeth. Good finish for Macbeth. I think he needed that one. I'm not trying to heap anything on Macbeth. He's a very good driver. He's just had a real rough run lately. 8th place. I think he'll take that with a smile.
Yeah. Top 10s are harder than you think. Yeah.
All right. Brzezinski comes home with 9th. Phil Clark a top 10. Top-ranked AM driver as well. Viney, also top-ranked Pro-Am driver. Luke Rose, home in 11th. Matthew Gantini in 12th. That's been a struggle night for Matthew Gantini. Contrasted fortunes there for the Guintinis. Paul Huddy, Justin Marshall, Aaron Muriel rounding out the top 15. Then we have Matt Glow in 16th. He's going to be... this is going to be a drop your worst round race for Matt Glow, really. Rob Noble, Jeremy Zeri, similar stories for those two gentlemen. Thomas McDonald, Sam Bracken copping a drive-through penalty at the 11th hour. Then Matthew Bigioli, Chris Bradley. I'm going to have to return to garage so I can have a look at some timetables.
So just on a quick one, the difference of best lap for the Guntini brothers is 0.2 of a second, and that's just how your race can go depending on where you finish. So I thought it'd be interesting to see how the paces differ. So being at a pretty similar pace, but just the luck of the draw, you end up where you end up.
Yep. I think Justin Eaton or James Eaton. My bad. Home in 23rd, and Scott Jordison, Matthew Spinaz, Carl Johnson, and Frank Papelio, all DNFs in that race. So, whoever decided to race at Donnington, you are a legend. Anyway, I think we might wrap that up.
Yeah, it's very good. That was not a bad outing. First viewing for Donnington for me. So yeah, good times. Look forward to the next one.
Yes, indeed. We'll have a quick squiz of what we got coming up on the channel later this week. So on Friday night, we are back live with GT Club for IndyCar. They are at Watkins Glen this time. Watkins Glen has provided some really good racing in the past, so let's hope it continues the same trend for the IndyCars. Sunday night, I don't think we will be streaming AK Racing. I think they've got the Rotary Cup, but I'm sort of tossing up whether I race that. That looks like fun.
Depends how many people are in it. I think the last round was like a test night, sort of. Only a few people showed up, so still not sure yet how many there will be.
Well, might give it a go. Might give it a go anyway.
They are good cars to drive. I like them.
Yeah, well, they're the Group C RX-7s. Can't complain about that.
Ooh,
Oh,
yes.
but I will give you a downside. The first round's Newcastle.
And you're talking to a nutter who likes every track in the world.
It's Newcastle though.
Could be worse.
I haven't driven it yet, so I don't really. I've just heard bad things about it.
Thought you raced Fiat supercars.
Yeah, but I haven't raced Newcastle yet.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
You'll love it. If you go in with that mindset, you'll love it. You'll love it.
Yep, exactly.
I mean, I've done that for some tracks this last season in V8s, and I hated pretty much every one of them.
And you didn't believe it? Yeah,
yeah, you did. You're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong.
Yeah, I must be.
Believing wrong.
Got to do it better. Anyway, a week's time, or no? We actually have a break. So we come back to Shakedown SimRacing on the 19th of July for Kyle Army. Another great track for great racing. And that is basically it for the next week. So, yeah, thank you to everyone for jumping in and joining us in stream, joining us in chat. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit the follow button. Get us closer to that legendary shoey. See if I'll actually do it. I mean, I'm gonna do it.
Can't wait to 1,000 when you do a gumbooty.
Oh!
Oh no!
Oh dear!
1,000 special now.
Oh no!
What's after that?
Getting a little ahead of my alcohol poisoning, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. Then you can do like 100,000 for like waiters or something.
Oh mate, if I had 100,000 followers on Twitch, mate, I wouldn't I be able to leave my day job or something? I don't know.
Surely.
Probably, yeah.
I'd like to do that. See, I like
Just
my
do
day
it
job.
then.
I kind of need my day job.
You need
So,
the yeah.
Just do both.
Just do both.
Yeah.
Taxman
That's
likes
what-
to. I mean, Taxman already likes, you know, doing things to
Money.
me that I don't really consent to. Having two jobs, there's just no lube. There's just no lube with him. It's not worth it.
A
Look
good
at
way
that
to
lube.
put it.
It's an accurate way to put it.
Fair enough.
Anyway, that's enough of talking about Taxman. Fuck the government. Sorry, what?
Now we're talking.
Alright. I'm going to wrap this stream up before this gets a little bit too political. I've used I think that's like the first F-bomb I've dropped on this channel. Holy hell.
That's what I got excited for. I was like,
Yeah.
hooray! That gives
I
me
didn't hear
10.
anything. What do you mean?
Alright then, well, let's wrap this stream up. Thank you to the two gentlemen, Tyler Craig and Naptic, once again for joining me on the stream. Great times, and thanks to Shakedown SimRacing for putting it all on. Thanks to the SimGrid and Coach Dave Academy as well for supporting the Shakedown SimRacing series. Anyway, we're going to wrap it up here. Take it easy, look after yourselves, and yeah, we'll see you next time.
Farewell.